the Honorable Judge Black. All rise, please.
I can't believe that worked. That kind of improvisation.
Wow, that was impressive.
You may be seated.
Court is in session. Today, Mr. Blanchford, we come before the North Carolina State Board of CPA Examiners to decide actions that should be taken about your case, number C 2008-5883. The respondent, Jerry M. Blanchard, was holder of certificate number 14718 as CPA for the state of North Carolina. Will the plaintiff please provide a detailed account of the defendant's actions or convictions?
In August of 2008, the respondent was arrested for federal felony charges on pursuant to 8 U.S.C. Section 879 for knowing and willfully threatening to kill, kidnap, or inflict bodily harm upon U.S. Senator Barack Obama, as he was a major candidate for the office of President of the United States.
Defendant, your response?
On February 2nd, 2009, my client entered a guilty plea to the violation stated by the plaintiff and affirms his guilty plea under oath. My client has taken responsibility for his actions, receiving 1 year and 1 day imprisonment. We believe that because the sentencing is only 1 day more than the AICPA guidelines, that he takes this as a warning and serves his punishment in prison. Honorable Judge Black, we hope that this violation will not affect the status of my client's CPA license.
I would like to hear more about the violations before I make my judgment. Plaintiff?
Mr. Blanchard was in fact sentenced to 1 year and 1 day in prison. He was fined $3,100 and will be placed on 3 years of supervised probation upon his release from prison. I just want to give you a few key pieces of evidence in the actual case. Exhibit A, this is a high-powered cyber rifle that Mr. Blanchard owns, and he was planning on using, which was his means of ways of, per se, knocking off the senator. Exhibit B, this is Waffle House. This is where Mr. Blanchard was overheard talking with a co-worker of his, that the presidential candidate needed to be taken out, and that he was capable of doing it. A concerned citizen of the Waffle House decided to contact the FBI and express their concern. The FBI contacted Mr. Blanchard and told him that it was illegal to threaten to cause bodily harm on a presidential candidate. Mr. Blanchard denied that he did not know that was illegal and basically gave him a slap on the wrist and let him go on. Exhibit C is the Hampton Inn, where Mr. Blanchard stayed out a few weeks later and was heard over talking with another co-worker of his, and another concerned person overheard them stating that he was more than capable with his gun that he owns to take him out, and he could do it right now. So once again, FBI was contacted, and since he'd already been warned, they took him into court and arrested him and charged him with a felony federal charge. That's all I have for you.
Thank you. After hearing and seeing the evidence against Mr. Blanchard, I believe it is in the best interest of not only the AICPA, but the public to revoke the CPA certification issued to the defendant permanently. As a consequence, the defendant will no longer be able to practice in the state of North Carolina or any other state for that matter under the revoked license number. This case is hereby concluded and court is adjourned.